Hi everyone, today we will be talking about 8 wonderful female black coaches in Division I women's basketball. We will discuss their career, accomplishments, and personal lives. But first, let me welcome you to Davis Sports Report. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already and hit the like button to help us get into the algorithm. Also, happy Black History Month, everyone. We will start with Joni Taylor.
Ways that I use the platform we have here at Texas A&M and my personal platform to celebrate Black history is to talk about it and to make sure that our players have a space to celebrate it and talk about what it means to them. We actually have a Black history game here. We're very fortunate that Adidas partners with us in that. We actually wear Black history uniforms. And during that game, we try to bring a prominent Black figure or African American from Texas A&M and honor them at halftime and just talk about something they did that was really remarkable during their time here, whether it was being the first African American student or just being a really good change agent for the university. One of the other things we do to celebrate Black culture is we have a Divine Nine game. I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, but there's also several people.
Joni has been the head coach of the Texas A&M Aggies since 2022. Prior to taking on the position at Texas A&M, she was the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs from 2015 to 2022 and the assistant head coach for the Bulldogs from 2011 to 2015. Before Georgia, Joni was assistant coach for LSU for 1 year, Alabama for 2 years, Louisiana Tech for 3 years, and her first assistant coaching job was at Troy for 3 years, giving her 23 years of coaching experience. Joni is also involved in giving back to the community. Accomplishments. In Taylor's first year as head coach, she took her team to a 21-10 record and received an invitation to the NCAA tournament. This earned her the Spalding Maggie Dixon Rookie Coach of the Year award. In 2021, while still at Georgia, Taylor was awarded the SEC Coach of the Year after leading Georgia to the SEC Finals. Taylor was also named the assistant coach of Team USA in the 2024 Olympics. Personal life. Joni's maiden name was Crenshaw, and she played basketball and track at her high school in Meridian, Mississippi. She went on to attend college at the University of Alabama, where she helped the Tide to an NCAA tournament. Joni is 7th for overall blocked shots in school history. Taylor married Darius Taylor in 2015 while taking the realm at Georgia. Darius is a former women's basketball assistant coach for Temple and South Carolina, both under Dawn Staley, and later the Atlanta Dream. He is now the chief basketball strategist and director of scouting for the WNBA's Connecticut Sun. Joni and Darius have 2 girls, approximately 9 and 6. Joni's reported salary is $575,000. What a basketball power couple. Next is Natasha Adair. Natasha has been the head coach for the Arizona State Sun Devils women's basketball since 2022. Prior to Arizona State, Adair was the head coach for Delaware for 5 years, Georgetown Hoyas for 3 years, the College of Charleston for 2 years, associate coach for Wake Forest for 3 years, assistant coach for Wake Forest for 3 years, and her start was at Georgetown for 6 years, where she was instrumental in the development of WNBA All-Star Rebecca Brunson, giving her 27 wonderful years of coaching experience. Adair has helped with founding the Black Coaches United in 2020 to foster more diverse, equitable, and inclusive environments in sports and community through training, mentoring, and advocacy on behalf of Black athletes, coaches, and administrators. Accomplishments.
This is my dream. I'm in paradise.
As head coach, Adair took her team to 2 women's basketball invitationals, 3 women's national invitationals, and an NCAA championship invite. And she was named the Colonial Athletic Association Coach of the Year at Delaware. Personal life. Natasha's maiden name was Barnes. She was born and attended high school in Maryland, where she played basketball and ran track. There was a lot of colleges interested in Barnes, but based on Wikipedia, Barnes showed interest in playing for UConn. But after suffering an injury, it states that Gino Auriemma did not want her on his team. Yikes. But the University of South Florida coach Trudy Lacey, who went on to coach the WNBA's Washington Mystics, put a recovery plan in place for her to get treatment in Pensacola, Florida, and attend Pensacola Junior College, where she helped get 2 state championships before transferring to play at South Florida for 2 years, where she has the single-season rebounding record. Natasha married Aaron Adair, though I'm not sure that they are still married, but they do share 2 children, Aaron and Alyssa. And Alyssa plays volleyball for Texas State. Natasha's reported salary is $650,000 per year. Now we will discuss Yolett McPhee-McCuin. Yolett has been the head coach of the Ole Miss Rebels since 2018. Prior to joining Ole Miss, she was and is now back to coaching the Bahamas women's national basketball team. Prior to that, she was head coach of Jacksonville for 5 years, assistant at Clemson for 3 years, Pittsburgh for 2 years, Portland for 1 year, Arkansas Pine Bluff for 2 years, and Frank Phillips College in Borger, Texas for 1 year, giving her 20 years of coaching experience. Coach Yo, as she's known, gives back not only in her local community, but also her native community through her No Ceilings Foundation. Accomplishments. In her career, McPhee-McCuin has made it to 3 women's national invitational tournaments and 4 NCAA championship invites, taking the Rebels to their first Sweet 16 in 2023 when they upset number 1 seed Stanford. Personal life. McPhee was born in Freeport, Bahamas. Woohoo! We here at Davis Sports Report have close ties to the Bahamas, so we get a little excited. She attended Grand Bahamas Catholic High School, where her father was the boys' basketball coach and her mother was the principal. McPhee played point guard for Miami-Dade Community College for 2 years before transferring to University of Rhode Island. McPhee married Kelly McCune, who works as the assistant director of admissions at Ole Miss. The couple have 2 children. McPhee-McCuin's reported salary is $1,035,000 per year. On to Felisha Legette-Jack. Felisha has been the head coach for the Syracuse Orange women's basketball team since 2022. Prior to Syracuse, Legette-Jack was the head coach for Buffalo for 10 years, Indiana for 6 years, Hofstra for 4 years, and assistant coach for Michigan State for 2 years, Syracuse for 7 years, and Boston College for 2 years, giving her 34 years of coaching experience. Accomplishments. Under Legette-Jack's lead, she took Buffalo to 4 NCAA Division I tournaments, making it the first time in program's history. And 2 years after that, she got the Buffalo Bulls all the way to the Sweet 16. She also has 6 trips to the Women's National Invitational Tournament under her belt, as well as served as assistant coach for Team USA U19 team in 2005, where they brought home the championship. Personal life. Felisha Legette was born in Syracuse, New York, and attended high school at Nottingham High School, where she played basketball, leading her team to 2 national championships. She went on to play for Syracuse University, where she is ranked 5th in scoring for school history and 3rd in rebounds. She was also the Big East Rookie of the Year. Legette was inducted into the Syracuse Hall of Fame, and her jersey, number 33, was retired, becoming the first ever female basketball player in Syracuse history to have their jersey retired. Way to go. Felisha married David Jack, and they have 1 son, David Maceo, who is currently playing professional basketball in England for the Cheshire Phoenix. Legette-Jack's salary is reported as $345,000 per year. Next is Tanya Warren.
It was never about me. It was always about we, and it will always continue to be about we for me. I know where I come from, and I know that I was only able to be successful because of the people who supported my hopes and dreams.
Tanya has been the head coach for the University of Northern Iowa Panthers since 2007. Prior to Northern Iowa, Tanya was assistant coach at Creighton for 3 years, Missouri for 3 years, Northern Iowa for 6 years, and Iowa State for 1 year, giving her 31 years of D1 coaching history and making history as the first African-American female to become head coach in Northern Iowa program history, as well as the first to coach in the Missouri Valley Conference. Warren has signed an extension that will keep her with UNI through the 28-29 season. You go, girl. Accomplishments. Warren has a long list of accomplishments, including taking her team to 8 women's national invitation tournaments, 1 women's basketball invitational, and 3 NCAA tournaments. Warren led Northern Iowa to 2 conference tournaments titles and became the all-time winningest coach in program history. She was also the assistant coach for Team USA in 2015, where they brought home the gold medal. Tanya has gotten the MVP Coach of the Year 3 times.
And I wanted to ask you about the change, not kind of in the game, but also in culture. The first African-American female to be a head coach at UNI in any sport, first African-American female head coach in Valley basketball. You've got to look back at that and with some pride, but also there was adjustments and journeys there as well.
Yeah, a lot of adjustments and journey. And I'm going to go back and talk about the pioneers who paved this road for me, and Marion Washington, the longtime coach at Kansas, and Vivian Stringer at Iowa and Rutgers, and the path that they created. They let many of us know that anything is possible.
Personal life. Warren was born in Des Moines, Iowa, and we also have close ties to Des Moines. She attended Abraham Lincoln High School, where she played basketball and earned the nickname the Little Magician before heading off to play college ball for Creighton, where her number 10 is now retired. In an interview, Tanya stated, "I don't have kids of my own, so these are my kids. I only get them for 4 to 5 years, and I look at it that way. When they come here, their parents entrust them to us, and I don't take that lightly." Tanya's salary is reported as approximately $191,000 per year. Moving right along to Kara Lawson. Kara Lawson has been the head coach for the Duke Blue Devils for 4 years. Prior to coming to Duke, Lawson was the assistant coach for the NBA's Boston Celtics for 1 year. Prior to that, she played 12 years in the WNBA, making this her first head coach position. Accomplishments.
Like the draft is the moment. It's a moment you accomplish something, but it's not the moment you arrive, right? Like just because you got drafted means you now have an opportunity. It's not the end point. It means you got to keep improving. And players that continually improve every year are the ones that stay, are the ones that have an impact. And so keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep growing. Never get satisfied to just be here.
In Lawson's 4 years at Duke, she's taken the Blue Devils to 2 NCAA tournaments, making it to the Sweet 16 in the 23-24 season. Lawson also coached Team USA 3x3 basketball in the 2020 Olympics, where they brought back the gold. And she was the assistant coach for the USA Women's Olympic team in 2024, where they again brought back the gold. She is one of few who have also played in the Olympics, appearing in 2001 and 2008 games. In addition, Lawson was on the Tennessee's Women's Basketball Board of Trustees. Personal life. Lawson was born in Alexandria, Virginia, and attended Sidwell Friends School and West Springfield High School in Fairfax County, Virginia, where she played both basketball and soccer. Lawson attended college at the University of Tennessee, where she played for the Great Pat Summit. While at Tennessee, she was awarded the Francis Pomeroy Naismith Award for the Women's Basketball Coaches Association and the Arthur Ashe Jr. Sports Scholar. Lawson went on to be the 5th overall pick in the 2003 WNBA draft, where she played 12 years for the following teams: Sacramento Monarchs, Connecticut Sun, and Washington Mystics. Lawson married Damian Darling, who met Lawson during the interview after the Monarchs championship win. They eventually wed in 2008. Next up is Niele Ivey. Niele Ivey has been the head coach for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish since 2020. Prior to Notre Dame, Niele was the first female assistant coach for the Memphis Grizzlies for 1 year. She was also the associate coach for Notre Dame for 4 years, assistant for Notre Dame for 8 years, and Xavier for 2 years, giving her 10 years of collegiate coaching experience. Accomplishments. In Niele's 4 years of head coaching experience, she's taken the Fighting Irish to 3 NCAA Sweet 16 appearances and 1 ACC Tournament Championship title in 2023. Ivey was also awarded the Naismith Coach of the Year award. Niele also helped with the development of players including Skylar Diggins, Jewel Lloyd, Lindsay Allen, Marina Mayberry, Arike Igumbawale. Personal life. Ivey was born in St. Louis, Missouri, and attended high school at Courgesu Academy, where she helped her team to a 4A state championship. Ivey later committed to and attended college at Notre Dame. She is a Fighting Irish through and through. While playing at Notre Dame, she was rewarded the Pomeroy Naismith Award and made the NCAA Women's Final Four All-Tournament team. She also set the school record for steals that was later toppled by Skylar Diggins. Ivey played 5 years for the WNBA for the Indiana Fever, Detroit Shock, and Phoenix Mercury. Ivey has one child, son Jaden Ivey, with former NFL player and Notre Dame alum Javin Hunter. Jaden played for Purdue and was drafted in 2022 with the 5th overall pick by the Detroit Pistons. This is a very athletic family, and for me, Coach Ivey is the absolute best-dressed coach in college basketball, period. Ivey's salary is being reported as approximately $338,000 per year. And lastly, but definitely not least, actually she's the GOAT, and that would be Dawn Staley. Dawn Staley has been the head coach for the South Carolina Gamecocks since 2008. Prior to South Carolina, Dawn was the head coach for Temple for 8 years, giving her 25 years of coaching experience. Dawn was also appointed to the Southeastern Conference's Council on Racial Equity and Social Justice and can be seen around town giving back in many ways. She also paid it forward by sending Black female coaches a piece of the championship net. Accomplishments. The accomplishments for Coach Staley are plentiful. She has been the A10 Coach of the Year twice, 3 times A10 regular season champion at Temple, 4 times A10 champions, 4 times United States Basketball Writers Association National Coach of the Year, 2 times AP National Coach of the Year, 4 times WBCA National Coach of the Year, 4 times Naismith Coach of the Year, 8 times SEC regular season champion, 8 times SEC tournament champion, 6 times NCAA Final Four appearances, 3 times NCAA Division I tournament champions, taking the Lady Gamecocks to the White House. She both played in and was the head coach for the United States Olympics women's basketball team, also being chosen to carry the U.S. flag at the opening ceremony. She got her own signature shoe and won the Jimmy V Award. As well, she was inducted to the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, as she should. I told y'all she's the GOAT. Personal life. Dawn grew up in North Philadelphia, but has ties to South Carolina, as that's where her parents are from. She went to school at Merrill Dobbins Vocational High School in Philadelphia, where she played basketball and was named the National High School Player of the Year. Dawn went on to college at the University of Virginia, where she helped her team win a national championship, and for a while held the school's record for the most steals. Her number, 24, has been retired at the University of Virginia. After college, Staley played overseas before being drafted to the WNBA by the Charlotte Sting. Staley participated in the USA's basketball junior national team, known as the U19. Later, Staley played for Team USA and helped win the gold in 1996, while they had an undefeated record. She also won the FIBA World Championship in 1998. She was also on the 2002 team and ended up with 3 gold medals. Coach Staley continues to have a close relationship with her former players, as you will see her in stands supporting players like Candace Dupree, Asia Wilson, Tiffany Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Alicia Gray, and Carmela Cardoso. And that's only to name a few, because Coach Staley has had several players get drafted into the WNBA. Dawn doesn't have any children, and we've not seen her romantically connected with anyone, but she does have an adorable Shih Tzu named Champ that keeps her company. Staley is reportedly the highest paid female in women's college basketball, with a salary of $3.2 million per year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Goodbye.